Hello, welcome to Lotus tutorial Complete C Sharp Lesson 3 Variables and Data Types. In this session, we are going to learn about the variables and data types in C Sharp. Okay, what is variable? Variable is a name given to a data value. And here comes the syntax of a variable. It is something like this. First you have to specify the data type, a variable name, and is equal to the value is stored to that variable. Okay, a variable holds the value of specific data type, for example string, int, float, etc. A variable can be declared, initialized later, or declared and initialized at the same time. Now first let me show you like how to declare a variable and how to assign the data type to it. It's very simple. Now let me jump into Visual Studio. I'll click on the file menu. I'll click on the project, then Visual C Sharp as my programming language, and the console application. I want to change the path of the application where I'm going to store. This is the folder, and I'll name the application as variable and keyword demo. Okay, once I do that, Visual Studio is going to create me a console application, and here is my console application ready. Now let me I want to create a variable called demo, or let me take a variable called message, is equal to. Before that, let me show you. I'm having a code snippet. Here we have a variable called message. This variable message is holding the value hello world. And after that, what we need to do is we need to tell like this variable is of what type, is holding the value of what type. So this variable is holding the value of string type. So before the message, we have to specify the type of this variable, type of the value this variable is holding. So let me jump into Visual Studio, and here we have a variable called message, and here I'm going to store a string hello world. And after that, what I need to do is I need to tell like this variable is holding what type of data, whether it is an integer, whether it's a character, or whether it's a string. So it's a string, I need to specify the data type of it. Now when I do Ctrl S, the red squiggly went, but I'm having a green squiggly. Why? Because we have assigned a value to this variable, but I'm not using anywhere in my program. So what I'll do is I'll call the console class to print it on the console window. Console dot write line message. Now when I do Ctrl S, now when I run this program, we'll get the output as hello world. The file is being scanned. Let's wait for that. And once it is done, I've done a mistake. The mistake is like spelling mistake, sorry for that. Now when I do Ctrl F5, we'll get the output as hello world on the console screen, and that's fine. And what is variable? Variable is something which holds the value. There the value is hello world, and the variable is message, which is holding this value. Now we understood this, and let me go back to presentation. Variable holds the value of specific data type. Yes, this variable is holding a value of string data type. And now let me go back to presentation. A variable can be declared and initialized later, or declared and initialized at the same time. In the sense, for example, now what I'm doing is, let me remove this. We can declare a variable and later we can initialize the value to it. This is fine. Or else you can do it in this manner also. String message1 is equal to hello console.write line. Let me cut this and let me paste it here. And here what I need to do is I need to pass that message1. So the meaning of these lines of code here is this line. A variable can be declared and initialized later or declared and initialized at the same time. Here you can observe very clearly this is one variable can be declared and initialized later or declared and initialized at the same time. This is what the initialization and declaration of type of the variable. Okay, and coming to the second point is a variable, sorry, for fifth point, the value of a variable can be changed at any time throughout the program as long as it's accessible. So let me go and change the value of this. Let me take any one. So let me remove this. So now I want to change the value of the message1 variable. So I want to change the value to world. Currently the value is hello. I'm changing the value to world in this next line. So when I run this program, when I press Ctrl F5, I'll get the output as world, not the hello. Okay, this is what the meaning of this sentence. You can change the value of a variable at any time throughout the program as long as it's accessible. And coming to the sixth point, multiple variables can be defined separated by a comma in a single line or multiple line till semicolon. Okay, now the thing is, okay, let me show you. You can, for example, you can declare a variable of string type, variables of string type. Okay, message. Earlier we used to do like this: hello, string, message1, world. Now I want to print them. I'll take a message, or else I'll take something. Okay, message1. Now when I run this program, I'll get the output as hello world. Yeah, that's fine, it's working. But what we are doing is we are declaring, because we have two variables of same type, it's string type. Instead of again defining the second variable with the string data type, what I can do here is I can do like this. What I need to do is, okay, I can do like so let me comment out this first. Control KC. Instead of writing like this, I can declare two variables at one place. Message, comma, message1. Now I can initialize value to them. Hello. Then to the message1, I can initialize the value world. I can do in this manner also. In this sense, I'm declaring two variables of same type in a single line. Okay, then I'm assigning the values. We'll get the same output, that is hello world. Okay, and that's what we wanted. That's the meaning of this sentence. Okay, value must be assigned to a variable before using it, otherwise it will give a compile time error. In the sense, you can observe very carefully here. Let me make it simple. Okay, what we are doing right now is we are having a variable, but we have not assigned a value to it. But when I build this program, you can observe we're getting an error. The error is like use of unassigned local variable message. You're trying to use that variable, but you're not assigned a value to it, and that gives you a compile time error. That's the meaning of this sentence. Value must be assigned to a variable before using it, otherwise it will give you a compile time error. This is what about the variable, and here is the code snippet what we have used there. And coming to the data types, in the previous slide we have seen that a variable must be declared with a data type because C# is a strongly typed language. In the sense, before you declaring any variable, you have to tell like what type of variable it is, what type of value the variable is holding. Okay, that work will be done by the data types. And C# is a strongly typed language in the sense whatever the variable you declare, you have to tell like what type of value it is holding, whether it is holding a string, integer, float, decimal, or the character value. So let me show you something like I'm going to create a string message is equal to hello world, and here we are having a variable message and the value is hello world, so it's of string type. Similarly, I can create a data type of integer and the variable name is demo. Okay, now when I print this message, print this demo, now when I run this program, we'll get the output as hello world and unread. You can observe very carefully, like we have two variables, message and demo, and before that I'm calling some keywords here. They are string and int. What do they tell is, they tell like this variable message is holding a value of string type, and this variable demo is holding a value of integer type. This is what the data type is. Okay, and in this example, as I showed you, like string message is equal to hello world. String is a data type, message is a variable, hello world is a string value assigned to a variable message. Okay, the data type, what it does is it tells a C# compiler what kind of value a variable can hold. And keep in mind, C# includes many built-in data types for different kinds of data. For example, as I showed you in the example, string, number, float. I showed you only about string and integer. In the coming sessions, we are going to learn more in detail about data types. And data types are further classified as value or reference type, value and reference type, depending on whether a variable of a particular type store its own data or a pointer to the data in the memory. So this is what about the data types, and we are going to learn detail in the coming session about the data types. And in this session we saw like what is variable and what is data type. And that's for the day. Thank you.